It's me. I don't know why it's so foggy over there, but it is me, and it's Manifest Monday, and I don't know why it looks so foggy in the background, but hey, there we go. We're going to get right back into it. All right, once again, this is my little Tuesday nugget while everybody is doing their thing and feed the need. So this will be showing at 7 o'clock rather, because I have something important I need to do at 6:30. All right, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, it's saying God is shutting the mouth of the lion. Okay, there are moments in life when the enemy seems louder than ever. The roar comes through fear, it comes through oppression, it comes through disappointment, it comes to disagreement, it comes to discouragement, it comes to delay, it comes to accusation, uncertainty, and circumstances that appear larger than your faith. The goal of the roar is not merely to make noise, it is to intimidate you into surrendering what God has promised. Throughout Scripture, lions often represent forces of destruction, opposition, and devouring. A lion's roar is designed to create fear before the attack even occurs. The enemy understands this principle well. Often, his greatest weapon is not his power, but his ability to convince believers that defeat is inevitable. This is precisely what we see in the story of Daniel. Daniel was not in the lion's den because he had failed God. He was there because he had not compromised his conviction. He was not there because he had fallen into sin. Daniel found himself in the den because of his faithfulness. His commitment to prayer often offended those who opposed him. His consistency threatened those who envy him. His devotion to God placed him in a position where his faith would be tested publicly. There is an important lesson in this story. Sometimes, believers assume that difficulty is evidence that they have missed God. Yet Daniel teaches us that some battles occur precisely because we're walking in obedience. The den was not proof that God had abandoned Daniel. The den was proof that God trusted Daniel. Okay, push, pause, rewind, play. The den was not proof that God had abandoned Daniel. The den was proof that God trusted him. What appears to be a place of destruction became a platform for divine intervention. Daniel 6:22 says this, my God sent his angel and shut the lion's mouth, and they have not harmed me. Notice that God did not prevent Daniel from entering the den. Instead, he met Daniel in the middle of it. Many people pray to God that to remove every difficult situation from their lives. Yet there are times when God chooses to demonstrate his power by not preventing the battle, but by preserving us in the midst of it. The miracle was not that Daniel avoided the lions. The miracle was that the lions could not touch him. Get you what I said? The miracle wasn't that he avoided the lions. The miracle was that the lions could not touch him. The same God who shut the mouth of the lions is still working in this realm even today. I believe that there are many of you who have been hearing the roar of the enemy in this recent months. And even as we go into the next month, the 7th month, the number 7 is the number of completion. Some have heard the roar against your finances. The enemy has attempted to convince them that lack will prevail, and that their harvest will never come. Others have heard the roar against their families. There has been an attack against relationships, unity, peace, and spiritual growth and marriages. Still others have heard the roar against their calling. They have faced disappointments, disagreements, discouragement, opposition, criticism, and obstacles, and that seem designed to make them quit before stepping fully into their assignment. Yet the Lord is saying, the roar does not determine the outcome. The roar does not determine the outcome. The enemy may roar, but he cannot devour what God has chosen to preserve. That's good. Okay, I see you running for election. Let me help you get elected. I see you running for office. Let me help you get elected. The enemy may roar, but cannot devour what God has chosen to preserve. Your purpose is protected. Your calling is protected. Your harvest is protected. Your destiny is protected. The Lord is revealing divine intervention into situations that appear impossible. Just as he sent an angel into Daniel's den, he's moving into circumstances where human solutions may have reached their limit. What enemy intended as a place of defeat for you will become a testimony of God's faithfulness. What the enemy has intended as a place of defeat for you will become a testimony of God's faithfulness. What was sent to intimidate you will ultimately reveal God's power. What was meant to silence you will become the very story that glorifies God. On one of the most beautiful truths revealed through Scripture is that God is not only a deliverer, he is a lifter. He lifts people from pits. He lifts people from valleys. He lifts people from seasons of oppression. He lifts people from places where others expected them to fall. Daniel entered the den as a target, but emerged with greater influence than before. The very situation that appeared threatening became the pathway to great favor, to greater testimony. Perhaps that is exactly what God is doing in your life right now. The roar may be loud, but God's promises is louder. The battle may be real, but God's protection is greater. The lion's mouth is being shut. Your testimony is being opened. And remember that God in this season is shutting the mouth of the lion. Understanding your purpose is protected, your calling is protected, your harvest is protected, and your destiny is protected. He's going to lift you from the pits, the valley, and season of oppression, and he's going to place you where others expected you to fall. I pray that this has been a blessing to you. I know, once again, this is something that I feel necessary to do. So grace and peace be multiplied. Love you guys.